Hello, my name is Rhea Butler. I live currently in Alexandria, Virginia. I'm a middle school physical education and health teacher. I also coach volleyball at the high school level. I've been coaching about 9 years now, and I have been a teacher for 11 years. In the past, I did go to an HBCU, historically black college, and I actually tried out for the volleyball team, got a scholarship, and became this volleyball athlete. I never thought that I would eventually coach. I have history in my family. My father's a PE teacher and coached for years, so it was one of those things where, I'm going to play, but just because you can play doesn't mean you always can coach. Once I got to the middle school level, I decided a position opened up. I took an assistant position. The next thing you know, I was head coach for, current. And I think because I was able to be in the avenue of being an athlete, I was able to be empathetic to the way my players receive information, how they actually take what I give them and actually put it on the court. I was able to build relationships between the athletes, being that I was a student athlete at one time. Also making connections as to how to be a student and an athlete and combining those two. It made me more disciplined, more organized. I think when you're in the classroom and then you're also coaching, a lot of people say coaching and teaching are the same thing, and I disagree. I think coaching is an extension of a lot of the teaching that you do. I teach middle school, so I teach middle school during the day, and then I go to a higher level in the evening. So it's nice to be able to see the things that I can instill in my middle schoolers, that I'm able to see the product when I watch my players, the relationships that they build, the teamwork, all those things that cultivate who they're going to be as an adult. Also, I was able to be more disciplined, the importance of working hard and having an end product. We understand that losing sometimes can be a learning experience. It's one thing, nothing like winning, but also when you lose, how to actually internalize that and figure out what are my weaknesses, what are our strengths, how did I feel after I lost, how do I deal with that. I think those are things that carry over into you being an adult and how you have a relationship with your friends and family and so forth. Coaching has given me another avenue to the stresses of school. I think being involved in sport has allowed me to express myself. So a lot of the things that I may not be good at academically, I've been able to express athletically. So it's more of a motivation for me. Now that I'm in my adult years, on top of coaching, I still am an athlete. I'm no longer a student anymore, although I'm learning in my classrooms when I'm teaching. So I'm still involved in that. So it also puts you in a place where you're constantly taking care of yourself. I think when you're a student athlete as a young adult, and then going to the collegiate arena and knowing how to take care of yourself, it carries over into how you become an adult, your eating habits, the way you just take care of yourself overall. And I think I've been able to understand the importance of being healthy. I think sometimes when you're faced with that arena all the time, you don't have any other choice. If I'm going to shape the minds of my students and my athletes, then I have to put myself in a situation where I can be an example to them. So being an athlete has been able for me to cultivate so many avenues. It's taught me how to be a leader. It's taught me how to be a follower. I think being a follower is not always a bad thing. You can follow good people. It's also taught me how to be driven, focus on one thing, and realize that in order for me to get this end result, there are things that I have to put into place, whether it's a winning result or a losing result. It's also allowed me to keep me organized. When you're a coach or when you're an athlete, you're constantly battling, like doing work, and then you have to shut that off and then actually go into just total being athletic. I mean, everything that's happened during the day is gone. I tell my kids that put all the things that happened earlier today on the table and now just be you. And so I think being a student athlete has allowed me to be in different arenas where I know how to kind of roll with the teachers in that academic scene, but I've also know how to express myself athletically and be true to who I am. It's been a wonderful experience. I tell my kids it's nothing like being a student athlete. I think it's a privilege. I think it's a blessing. Some people it comes naturally, and some people have to work hard at it. But I think the end result, if we were to do a questionnaire or a panel on all the things that you've learned as being a student athlete, it would be like just endless of all the things that have cultivated and the careers that you go into and how you handle situations. I just think it's one of those things that I've been blessed to have. That's it.